Neymar's story might just be the most heartbreaking tale in modern football. A player with talent that's practically otherworldly, yet his career feels more like a giant what if.
Neymar isn't just a footballer, he's a once-in-a-lifetime showman, the most skillful player ever. He could have been the best player of his generation.
Did Neymar's choices cost him his place among the all-time greats?
He was always injured.
Was he simply unlucky with injuries, or did he play a part in his own downfall?
Neymar, his problem is him. He likes to be surrounded with people that just want to party and have fun. He is a spoiled kid and chose not to grow up as a mature athlete.
Neymar's career isn't just a story of skill. It's a saga of missed chances and self-sabotage. Was he the victim or his own worst enemy? Let's start from the beginning. It's 2010, more specifically, a Sunday night. You sit in front of the TV to watch the highlights of the football round. As usual, the plays roll by, but you notice there's something different about one team. A team that always plays with a smile. It was Santos, vibrant, joyful, with stars like Ganso and Elano. But there was one young player who stood out, wearing the number 11 jersey with Neymar on the back. It was his team. His magical moves and mesmerizing dribbles captivated everyone, and his ease in outplaying defenders was almost mythical. That's when you fell in love with the sport. In 2009, Neymar was just 17 years old, yet he was already catching the eye of football fans who saw enormous potential in the slender young player. In his debut year, he scored 14 goals in 48 matches, earning the Paulista Championship's Rookie of the Year award despite his team losing the final to Ronaldo's Corinthians. Though titleless, Neymar had shown he'd be pivotal for Santos in the coming years, a promise he fulfilled in 2010. More established, wearing the number 11 jersey, Neymar charged forward for titles, delivering one of the best seasons in Brazilian football. He played like an adult among children. In 2010, he claimed 2 titles, the Paulista Championship, where he was named MVP with 14 goals, including 2 in the final, and the Brazilian Cup, where he was top scorer with 11 goals. It was a magical year, 65 matches, 44 goals, and 20 assists. His performance even sparked calls for him to join Brazil's World Cup squad, though coach Dunga did not take him. Brazil went to South Africa without Neymar and fell to the Netherlands in the quarter-finals. After the tournament, Neymar debuted for the senior national team in a friendly against the USA, scoring with a header. If 2009 and 2010 were Neymar's introduction, 2011 was his breakout in Brazil. He won the South American U20 Championship, scoring 9 goals and standing out alongside Lucas Moura. The senior national team, however, had a disappointing Copa America, getting eliminated by Paraguay in the quarters. For Santos, Neymar won back-to-back Paulista Championships and, most importantly, the Libertadores, scoring decisive goals in the final against Peñarol, earning him the title King of the Americas. He was also at the center of one of Brazilian football's most memorable games, Santos 4, Flamengo 5, where he scored a goal that won the Puskás Award. In 2011, he was named the best player in Brazil with a record of 67 matches, 40 goals, and 14 assists. The years 2012 and 2013 were equally impressive, with Neymar adding more titles to Santos and drawing Europe's attention. In 2013, he was runner-up in the Paulista Championship, once again named MVP, but his peak came in the Confederations Cup, where Brazil defeated Spain 3-0 in the final, and Neymar was named the tournament's best player. By the end of 2013, Neymar had played 225 games, scored 136 goals, and won 6 titles with Santos. In June 2013, Neymar was introduced at Barcelona. His European debut coincided with his standout performance at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, where he dazzled until suffering a severe injury in the quarter-finals against Colombia. The 2014-15 season marked one of Neymar's most iconic years, as he won the treble with Barcelona, scoring in every Champions League knockout stage game, including the final against Juventus. Expectations were for Neymar to take on a leading role at Barcelona and eventually in world football. In the 2015-16 season, he maintained a high level, becoming one of the club's biggest stars and securing more titles. Barcelona won the Copa del Rey and La Liga, with Neymar playing an instrumental role. In the Copa del Rey, he notched 4 goals and 2 assists in 5 matches, including one in the final. In La Liga, he had an even better season than the previous year, with 34 games, 24 goals, and 16 assists. During this season, with Messi injured, Neymar fully stepped up as the team's leader, proving he could carry Barcelona to major titles. However, the Champions League didn't go as planned. Unlike the previous season, Barcelona fell to Atletico Madrid in the quarter-finals, despite Neymar's strong performance, finishing with 9 games, 3 goals, and 5 assists. It was a positive season, but left a feeling that Neymar could have achieved more. He wrapped up the season with 49 games, 31 goals, and 25 assists, ranking 5th in the Ballon d'Or. This leads us to the 2016-17 season, Neymar's final chapter with Barcelona, which many consider his peak performance for the Spanish club. Though the team's overall success waned and a rebuild was clearly needed, Neymar fought till the end for La Liga, tallying 13 goals and 14 assists in 30 matches, though the title slipped away. In the Copa del Rey, Barcelona's sole trophy that season, Neymar netted 3 goals and 3 assists in 6 games. Yet the real issue was the Champions League. Facing PSG in the round of 16, Barcelona, heavily favoured, suffered a 4-0 loss in the first leg, leaving them in dire straits for the second match, unless they had Neymar. In the return leg, Barcelona stunned the world with a 6-1 victory, arguably the defining performance of Neymar's career, where he scored twice and assisted a crucial goal. Despite Barcelona's eventual exit to Juventus in the quarter-finals, Neymar's heroics cemented his status among the best in the world. But Neymar felt underappreciated, craving a team where he could be the ultimate face and star. Enter PSG. At this moment, football changed forever. The 2016-17 season saw Neymar with 45 games, 20 goals, and 26 assists, finishing 3rd in the Ballon d'Or race. Neymar's Barcelona legacy closed with 186 games, 105 goals, 76 assists, and 8 trophies: 3 Copa del Rey, 2 La Liga titles, a Spanish Super Cup, a Champions League, and a Club World Cup. Then came his record-breaking transfer to PSG for €222 million, marking the most expensive move in football history. Like at Barcelona, Neymar filled the stadium and sparked hope for PSG fans, who saw this signing as a turning point, and it truly was. Neymar's 2017-18 season started strong, showcasing what might have been his technical peak as he dazzled in the number 10 jersey for PSG. But his debut season in Paris brought with it something unfamiliar: injuries. Neymar fractured his metatarsal and missed critical games, including PSG's Champions League clash with Real Madrid, marking the beginning of a turbulent journey in Paris. It was a time marked not only by physical setbacks, but also by conflicts with teammates, fans, and PSG's management. Despite the injury, he managed 30 games, 28 goals, and 16 assists, claiming only domestic titles with PSG. His Ligue 1 stats alone, 20 games, 19 goals, 13 assists, earned him Player of the Season. The following 2018-19 season, Neymar, under Thomas Tuchel, shifted into a central playmaking role and adapted to a classic number 10 position, becoming a key creator for his team. However, despite his best performances and reinvention as a player, the same challenges resurfaced: injuries and Champions League struggles. Neymar's metatarsal injury reappeared, followed by a ligament tear that sidelined him for over 100 days, forcing him to miss the Copa America. He completed the season with just 28 games, 23 goals, and 13 assists, and by this point, it was clear his career was no longer on the same trajectory. In 2019-20, after Neymar expressed a desire to leave PSG and return to Barcelona, strained relations with fans and management seemed irreversible. Yet he stayed, delivering his best season in Paris with a single focus: winning the Champions League. With a shortened season due to the pandemic, PSG reached their first ever Champions League final on August 23, 2020, eliminating Dortmund, Atalanta, and Leipzig on the way. Despite Neymar's determination and efforts, PSG fell to Bayern Munich, losing the title and ending Neymar's Champions League dream in Paris. Despite strong stats, 27 games, 19 goals and 12 assists, the seasons that followed were a series of disappointments. Neymar's recurring ankle ligament injuries kept him sidelined, and PSG's Champions League ambitions continued to fall short. Between 2020 and 2023, he managed only 88 games, 48 goals, and 36 assists. While productive on the pitch, he was simply absent too often to make a lasting impact. Finally, after countless efforts to secure the Champions League alongside the likes of Messi, Mbappe, Buffon, and Di Maria, Neymar decided to leave PSG. Surprising everyone, he chose Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia over Manchester City, United, Chelsea, or a return to Barcelona. At 31, Neymar stepped out of Europe's spotlight, sparking debates. Was he everything he could have been? As of January 2024, Neymar is injured once more, sidelined with an ACL tear in his left knee, having played just 5 games with 1 goal and 3 assists for Al Hilal. In a move that shocked the football world, Neymar has officially returned to Santos FC in 2025. But this isn't just about nostalgia. Neymar has one clear goal: to shine once again for the Brazilian national team and earn one last shot at World Cup glory in 2026. Neymar sees this as his last great opportunity to leave a lasting legacy with the Seleção. Will this final gamble pay off? Can he lead Brazil back to World Cup glory? The stage is set, and the football world will be watching. Neymar remains one of the greatest talents of his generation, a true genius on the field. Yet he leaves fans wondering if he could have been even more. When he left Brazil, he was touted as the next Messi or Ronaldo, the savior of Brazilian football. But he never reached that level. Yes, he lacked the right support at times, but his choices and actions also limited him, making him less than he might have been. He's not a failure or a disappointment, but he didn't fulfill the promise of becoming one of football's all-time greats. Think about it. Which legends at 31 took the path Neymar did? Cristiano was still ruling Europe, Messi had just won a World Cup, and even Pelé at 29, an age then considered advanced, was leading Brazil to a 3rd World Cup. What do you think? Neymar's downfall was only his fault, or he was an injury victim? How did you like this story? Stay with us and click on the next video for a great football story. Thanks for watching.